Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my May favorites. I cannot believe it's already June. June is going to be a huge month for me. I have a birthday, which is my daughter's youngest birthday. I'm sorry, my youngest daughter's birthday. I also am going to be doing something really exciting as far as with myself. I'm also going to be going on vacation at the end of the month. So yeah, big month, lots to do. So before we get into my favorites, if you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put out new content. So now let's go ahead and get into my favorites. So I want to start off with hair products first. One of them is the Finishing Salve. This is by House of Deer. This is a product that I picked up when I got my haircut, which I am due for a haircut at the end of June. But yeah, I got this from the salon that I go to, which used to be called, I think, Deer Clark, and now it's called House of Deer, and it's owned by somebody totally different, but I love my hairstylist. He is so good. I will list him down below if you're in Dallas and you want to check him out. He is really good at cutting long hair. So if you have long hair, you want to keep the length and you just want to continue to let it grow, he's the person for that. So anyway, he recommended this salve, and basically what it is, it's a product that I place into my hair once I do a blowout or once I actually curl it, and I only take just the smallest amount of this, so maybe like a pea-size amount for my entire head, and basically I just rub it into my hands. I go ahead and distribute it all over from mid shaft all the way to the ends. I don't usually put it on my scalp area. Now I will say, if you use too much of this, it's gonna look greasy, so like I said, very little goes a long way. Another thing I want to mention is it smells so good. It smells like when you walk into those Aveda salons, that's what it smells like. It's formulated with Rose of Jericho, so that's probably why it smells so good. And this is actually a product that they actually create. They actually formulated this, and I'm talking about House of Deer. They actually formulated it, and it's a really good product. This will last me, I would say, a couple years. I put it on every time I wash my hair and style it. But yeah, this is such a good product for my hair. I love the way it makes my hair smell. I love the way it looks. It looks shiny, looks healthy. So yeah, I've been loving this product. Okay, so the next product I want to talk about is this Kitsch. This is a hair towel scrunchie. So this comes in a package of 2. Basically how I use this is every time I wash my hair, I put all my leave-in products in, and then I take my hair, put it in a bun, and then I add this onto the bun. Basically what it does is that it helps my hair dry a lot faster, and I like this way better than the towel turban, because I feel like the towel turban, it kind of slips and slides, you know, and kind of just doesn't stay put. So I really like this better, and I'm telling you guys, this helps my hair dry so quickly. Now, it's not bone dry, but it does help it dry faster. To when I put a blow dryer, it only takes me like a few minutes to get it dry. So yeah, I really have been enjoying this. Like I said, it comes in a package of 2, so once this one gets really crazy and, you know, torn up and whatnot, I'll go ahead and pull the other one out. You could also use both of them on your hair at the same time, which probably would absorb a lot more water, but so far I've just been using one. I'm going to talk about this Brazilian Touch hand sanitizer by Sol de Janeiro. I love the Boom Boom cream. I also love the Boom Boom spray. This is just a hand sanitizer version of that. So whenever you spray this on your hands, it smells just like the Boom Boom cream. You're gonna get a really strong scent of that in this hand sanitizer. So you're not gonna get any like alcohol scent or anything that's gonna make you like choke. This smells just like the cream and the body spray, and I have been loving it. So I purchased, I wanna say 2 or 3 of these. This is such a great product, and I have been really enjoying it. Another product I've been loving is the Beaky sponge. They usually come in a package of 2. These are the sponges, and I'm embarrassed to show you this one because I just used it today, but I do want to show you what it looks like out of the box. This is what it looks like. It has a flat side, and it also like has a curved side, and I've really been enjoying these because I love just taking that flat side and blending all of my makeup in. I love the pointed edge where I can put concealer in, and they work so beautifully with my foundations. So I've really been enjoying this sponge. I don't think that I'll go back to the Wet n Wild sponge. I think this is the sponge that's going to be one that I purchase all the time. I love the Wet n Wild sponge, but this one I love a little bit more, and that's because of its shape. That's really all it is. They do feel a lot alike. They're not real squishy, you know, they're not too firm. They have that really nice bounce to it. Like I said, I like them a little bit better than the Wet n Wild, so yeah, I'm gonna be purchasing these more often. All right, so a corrector I wanna talk about is the Bobbi Brown Very Deep Peach Corrector. So I had to use this because I recently had an accident with my pizza maker. For you guys that don't know, I have a pizza maker that's kind of like a tabletop one, and it opens up, and when I was putting it away, the flap actually came back, hit me in the head, and then of course I got a black eye as a result of it. So I had to find something that would cover up that black eye. Yeah, I started using this, and I have been using it since I had that black eye, and this is phenomenal. It works so good. It covers up the redness, it covers up the purple, the green, any color or shade that I had on my eyelid, this covered it up. But the reason why I picked this product is it's because it's so creamy. This is what it looks like. It is super creamy. It's just got a wonderful consistency to where when I put it on my eyelids, it doesn't tug my eyelids. It's easily blendable. I have tried it on my hyperpigmentation. It doesn't cover it up as much as I'd like to. I do still use it on there because it does have a little cover up to it, but it's not one of those, you know, miracle products which covers up the hyperpigmentation on my face. I really like it for like bruises or even, you know, acne marks or, you know, any kind of discoloration that you have other than melasma. I would definitely use this. And because I've been using this, I want to try a medium shade for concealer because I really feel like this would look really nice as concealer as well. So recently I've been using the Prism Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. I have mine in the shade 5-N312. I think that's the shade number. But anyway, this is the product that I've been using. I really am loving this foundation. It is a matte foundation. I'm actually wearing it today. I love the way it looks on the skin. I am a little bit glowy, but that's because I used another product on top of it that gives more of a glow. But for the most part, when I do use this, I can put a cream product on top of it, a powder product. It never looks cakey. It's never drying. It works well with cream products, and it does last on me like a long time. So this is the consistency of it. That's the shade that I use right now because it is a little bit lighter than what I normally wear, only because I bought this before summer and before I started getting a little bit darker. I can warm it up with a bronzer. I do want to try, I think their dewy one. They have a dewy product like this. My daughter actually bought it and she loves it. But yeah, I want to try the dewy version of this, but the matte one is so good. So another product I've been loving is the Yummy Skin Balm by Danessa Myricks. I don't have the little tool that's there. I don't know what happened to it. I don't use it, to be honest. I just dip my sponge right into the product. So basically the product looks like this. It is a balm. And I will say that I did try this on its own. I did a video using it and I really did love it. I felt like it lasted, felt like a really nice product when I put it on my skin. But here lately, this is way different than what I used it before. Here lately, I have been actually using it like as a primer. I don't have it on today, but this is the product here. As you can see, it kind of dries like a powder. So I've been using it as a primer and it works so well as a primer. It's such a good product. I love Danessa Myricks products. I think she comes out with some of the best. Like I said, initially I was wearing it as a foundation and then I used it as a primer and I couldn't get over it as a primer. I think it just makes the foundation and whatever else I put on my skin look so beautiful. I actually used it under the Yummy Skin Foundation, the liquid version, because I think both of these just go hand in hand. They go really well together. So yeah, I've been using this a totally different way. So another primer that I started using, it's the Milk Makeup Primer. This is a brand new product to Milk Makeup's line. It's a primer that actually makes you matte and it also fills in your pores. So when I heard that this product fills in your pores, helps with mattifying the skin, I had to try it. Guys, I'm telling you, this is so good. It lasts all day with my foundations. I don't care if I wear this with a matte or if I wear it with a dewy foundation or I wear it with a skin tint. It doesn't matter what I use this with. This always works. I have it on today. It mattified my skin. I don't have any oil seeping out. I am a little bit dewy, but it's not because of this. And I don't normally use this on the perimeter of my skin. I only use it on my T-zone because that's where I have the issues with pores and that's where I have the issues with oils. It goes on like a lotion, but when you actually blend it into the skin, it starts to fill in the pores. It looks blurring and it looks matte. Feels like cooling and like a lotion going onto the skin. So yeah, I would highly recommend this product if you guys are dealing with pores and with oils, because I think this is just perfection. All right, so I have two bronzers to show you. The first one is a drugstore bronzer, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. This one is actually in the shade tan, and I have been loving this, guys. Now, there were probably, when I went to Walgreens to pick this up, there were probably like 5 or 6 shades, but not all the shades looked good. Some of them look like muddy. They just did not look like bronzers to me. This was the only shade that really looked like a bronzer to me, and this is the shade tan. And I love this. I love it. I love it. It goes on so creamy, so smooth. Feels really creamy when I swatch it, and it just goes on like butter, guys. It really does. Look at that. Such a beautiful bronzy shade. Normally what I use with this is like a stippling brush. Because it's so pigmented, I like to go with a stippling brush because I feel like it airbrushes the product on my skin. This is probably one of the best bronzers that I've found in the drugstore here lately, and I haven't tried a lot, but I would say that this is got to be one here recently that I've tried from the drugstore and that I'm loving. The next bronzer I want to show you is by Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 3. This is such a beautiful palette. It has like a very beautiful like cheek topper. It also has 2 beautiful bronzers. Normally I use this bronzer all over like the perimeters of my face. I may go in with this bronzer here just to add a little bit of contour, not much, because I don't like it to look too like chiseled, too crazy. And then I go on with this one as a topper. It's pigmented, but not too pigmented where I have to go in with the stippling brush. I can go in with just the regular like fluffy brush, and man, it just makes my skin look so like healthy and glowy. Those are the shades, really beautiful bronzy shades. I am just loving them. So pretty. So I only have one lip product to show you, and honestly I'm only showing you one of them, but I actually bought almost every single shade except the really dark ones. But it's the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Lipsticks. These are liquid lipstick. I have this one on today. It's called Red Hot. I love it. It is like perfect for summer. And I'll tell you one thing, I wore one of these one night. We went out to dinner, we had wine, and my lipstick did not come off on the wine glass. It didn't come off during dinner. I am really impressed with these. These are just so good. They last a long time. I love too that it doesn't come off on my teeth. So I've gone back to using the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and then also the e.l.f. Brow Wow. I have both of them on today. Love both of these products. They're so affordable, but they're so good. I actually used my Huda Beauty eyebrow pencil, and then the next day I used this, and I have to say I like this way better than the Huda Beauty. Not to say that it's a bad product, but I just like this a lot better. So I'm gonna finish the Huda Beauty one, but this is like a ride or die product for me. I really love these e.l.f. brow products. So another product I've been loving by e.l.f. when it comes to brows is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. It's a clear brow gel. This is the little tool that I got with it. It has a flat side and also a spoolie side. Now, from my understanding is when you put this product on, this flat side is to actually press those brows against your eyebrow bone, but I don't really care for brows that look like that. I like that the brows are lifted, but that they look a little more natural and not pressed against my skin. So I don't really use this part for that. What I do use it for is I take a little product, I put it on the back of my hand, and then I take this little spoolie, rub it in there, and then I brush my eyebrows up. So that's what I use it for. But from my understanding, flat tool side is actually supposed to be used to press those brows up. Either way, this is such a great product. Way better than the e.l.f. brow. It was like a brow wax that I used not too long ago. That wax, it's more of a solid type of product where you really have to dig the spoolie in there. This one you don't. This one's in gel-like form. It's so much easier to use. So lately here, I've been wearing these REM cheek and lip sticks. These are what they look like. And I have 4 here, and every single one of them I've tried. I've loved them all. The one I have on today is called Leading Lady. Leading Lady is this really bright orange color. It's really pretty on the cheeks. It's very pigmented, but if you go in with a light hand, it'll come off really soft looking. You can get a lot of this on your cheek if you go in too harsh, and it will look really, really orange. If you're into that, that's cool, but with me, I do like it sheared out a little bit, and I think it looks beautiful. I love how these go on to powder. You can use them on top of foundation. They just work really well. They're very creamy, and they have a satin look to them. They're not too dewy, they're not too matte. They just look really beautiful on the skin. So I've really, really been enjoying these REM lip and cheek tint stick. We're getting down to the last makeup products, and then I'm going to show you some miscellaneous products. So recently I did a video using the Jaclyn Hill products that she made with her mom. They're called the Luxe Legacy line by Jaclyn Hill and Robin. There's 3 of those products that I absolutely love. One of them, of course, is the palette. I have used this palette so many times. I have been loving the looks that come out of this palette. I just feel like this is a palette that I can use like anytime. It's a very well formulated palette. I haven't had any issues with the shadows. I've used probably almost every single one of them, give or take maybe 3 or 4 that I haven't used. But other than that, most of them I have, and every look that I do with this palette comes out so stunning. That's one of the products I loved from her line. Another one is the Sheer Medium Powder Move. I love this powder. I mainly love it as a finishing powder, and the reason being is because it has like a little bit of sheer kind of sheen to it. That's it right there. Do you see that? It has like a little sheen to it. Really beautiful, and the color is spot on. Just so perfect for my skin. And then the last product from that line that I loved was a First Base Eye Primer. I love this for the eyes. I did use it today. It keeps all of my shadows in place. I don't ever have a problem with it creasing. It's just a really good product for my eyeshadows, and I love the fact that it has a wand, because when I go onto my eyes, it's so easy to apply. It's very convenient. I can just blend it in with my finger or with a brush, and I'm good to go. So these are my favorite 3 products from the entire Luxe Legacy line. I just can't get enough of them. They're so good. The last palette I want to talk about is a palette that I have on my eyes today, and it is the Morphe 35U Gilded Desert palette. Now, I told myself that I was not going to buy these big palettes anymore, that it was just a waste of money, because honestly, I wouldn't pull these type of palettes out. I'd rather pull out a smaller palette, and yeah, I ended up being suckered into this one. So glad I was suckered into it, because this palette is gorgeous. If you are looking for a palette that has like the perfect bronzy tones, the perfect chocolate tones, the perfect taupe, gold, this is the palette for you. It is simply gorgeous. I cannot put this palette down. Just like the Jaclyn Hill, this palette, I'm just like, I can't get enough of it. I have it on today, like I said, and I only put 2 shades on. I put In the Dust and Lustrous Life. So In the Dust is in my crease, and Lustrous Life is on my eyelid. And guys, it is so stunning. The shadows in this palette just go on so well. I've done so many looks using this palette. I don't even know how many looks I've done. I've just done so many eyeshadow looks. It's insane. I am going to use this all summer. It's just one of those palettes that has everything that I want in a bronze palette. So I do have 2 miscellaneous products. One of them are my Nike Air Max sneakers. These are in the blush shade. Look how cute these sneakers are. I've worn these sneakers with jeans. I've worn them with shorts. I've worn them with workout leggings, with the dress. I've worn these like every which way you can think of. They're just so stinking adorable. I love the shade of these. They're very neutral, right up my alley. I just love them. And they're super comfortable too, guys. I have a pair of Nike Air Force Ones that are white, and I wore those when I went to New York, and I walked in them and my feet never hurt. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the cushion that's in the sole, but these are just some of the most comfortable sneakers that I've ever purchased. And as a matter of fact, when I went to New York and we were in line at the airport, there was a girl in front of us that had these sneakers on. I was like, where did you purchase your sneakers? And she said she got them from the Nike store, and I happened to find them at Nordstrom, so I went ahead and purchased them. So yeah, I love these sneakers. So cute, and the color is just so darling. The last miscellaneous item are these nutty and fruity chili tamarind bites. So I bought these at Costco. I don't know if they have them anymore, but I do know that you can Google them, or if you look on Amazon, they might have them. And you have to actually like tamarind and chili in order to love this product. They are a little spicy, but they're also sweet at the same time. They're not like super sweet, like kind of like a jelly bean or like a gummy bear or whatever. The sweetness goes perfect with the chili, so it gives a really nice balance to this snack. And they're like these little, I don't know if you can see, they're like these little balls in there. If you like chamoy, tajin, those mango lollipops with chile on them, this is gonna be your jam, because I'm telling you guys, they're so good. We ended up buying a bag, and my husband went back to Costco to get more. They were completely sold out, completely. He called a Costco that was like 30 minutes out up north. He called me, he said, hey, they have them. I went out there and I bought like 6 bags because these are so good. And you know what else I liked about these is that they only had like 6 ingredients. They have tamarind, cane sugar, chamoy powder, paprika, chili pepper, salt, and cayenne. That's it. That's all they have. So pretty healthy if you can read every ingredient in the bag. Yeah, my mouth is watering now that I'm talking about them. That is it for my May favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.